guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharkita and this is Life with Kita. Here we talk about all things motherhood, marriage, life, and babies, coming from my perspective as a first-time expecting mom, as I am having a little baby boy due in November. In today's video, we will be reviewing the Baby Doppler by SonolineB. But before we get into that, I do ask that you like, subscribe, leave a comment, or just follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate it, and I really want to connect with everybody out there that's watching. So let's jump right in. I'm gonna give you my review on the Doppler, and then I'll show you how to use it, and I'll let you know if I would recommend it. Yes or no? What do you think? Where are we gonna go with this? If you've seen my last video, then you know I did have a miscarriage, and with this pregnancy we've been like so careful. I've had so much anxiety, and I thought that getting a baby Doppler would be really nice to just ease my anxiety and give me a way to hear the heartbeat, because you don't get doctor visits that often. I think I only get them once a month, so this was a great way for me to just make sure my baby was doing well. It gave me a sense of mind. It gave me a peace of mind. So it comes in a box just like this. Actually, when you get it, it's in a cardboard box, but then you take it out and then you have this box. Like I said, it's by SonolineB, and I received it in about 3 business days. When I bought this, it was $52.99, and I was 12 weeks pregnant. Right now, I am 22 weeks pregnant. So it is different. You get the actual Doppler, and then you get the gel that comes with it. The Doppler can be detached as such, and it has 3 buttons on it. It has the power button, the light button to light up the screen, and then it has the channel button. It does have 3 different channels to give you 3 different frequencies. If you think maybe you get a more accurate frequency on channel 2, 3, or 1, normally I just stick with channel 1. As well as it does have a headphone set, because this does get kind of loud with all the static and the fluid that you can hear. It does get a little loud, but I'll explain that later. Other than that, I would say it's pretty easy if you've been to the doctor before. The process is the same. You lay down and you put the gel on the top of this, and then you put that on your stomach. So like I said, I got this because I thought it would help with my anxiety. I thought, you know, after a miscarriage, this was something that was really a fun and useful tool that allowed me to connect with my baby before I was able to feel any movement, because now I could feel movement, but back then I could not. I do not think I would say the same now, because number one, everyone should know that this is not a medically approved device. This is nowhere near the device that they have in the doctor's office. So you will have times where you can't find the heartbeat. And talk about freaking out. That is so scary, and you always think something is wrong, or is your baby okay? And you have to remind yourself, this is not a medical device. Your baby could be totally fine and you can't hear it, and vice versa. It could be something wrong and you do hear the heartbeat. So please, I really urge you to not depend on this as a medical device, because that is not what it is. I also want to point out something that I just recently noticed when I thought about making this video and how I felt about it. I want to point out that on the box, it says fun to use. And that is simply what it is. It's a cool party favor. It was a way that I let my husband hear the heartbeat. I let my in-laws and my mom and my sister and brother hear the heartbeat. And that was a really cool way to get everybody involved. But other than that, it is what it is. It's just like a fun little tool to do, but I was once relying on it, and I would listen to the heartbeat once a week. And then I had my first scare, and after that first scare, when I couldn't find the heartbeat, I just decided to put this to the side because it is what it is. It's just a fun little tool to use, and you know, it does make you feel better at first until you have that scare. And then when you have that scare, you're like, okay, you gotta bring it back down. This is $52 online. It's not doctor approved. It's not any medical equipment. Your baby could be perfectly fine. Which brings me to my personal opinion of if I would recommend this. If you are in the right mindset that this is just a fun item, this is just a way to connect, because right now I know a lot of husbands and significant others can't go in the hospital room or doctor room with you. This is a cool way, something to do it together. But if you're trying to rely on this for assurance, or you think it's gonna make you feel better, I would just tell you to go with caution, because when you can't hear the heartbeat, or when you don't hear it as hard, or the number isn't where you think it should be, it could actually do the opposite and really freak you out. And that's not what we want. We want you to stay stress-free, stay calm, and just let your little baby bake as long as possible. So honestly, 10% of me would recommend it if you know this is just a little fun little tool to use at home. But 90% of me would not recommend this, because it actually adds more anxiety and more stress than it does relieve it. So that being said, we're gonna move on. You got my opinion on it. I told you what I feel, but I'm also gonna show you how to use it. I gotta get my cameraman, aka my husband, to help me. So we'll be right back. All right, so we are back, and we are about to try the SonolineB baby Doppler. You have your gel, the Doppler, and I would suggest having a paper towel handy because it does get a little messy. I've used quite a bit of this, but if you do run out of this, you could just get aloe vera gel from your local like CVS or Walgreens or wherever you choose to go. It's not a big deal. It works just the same. I like to put my gel on before I turn it on because, like I mentioned in the video, it does get really, really loud. So just put some on there. Oh no, I hope it doesn't fall. And then I turn it on. And I had the volume all the way up for the sake of this video, but normally I don't have the volume that up. And we are on frequency 1. Remember, I told you you have different frequencies. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna go back to 1 because that's what I'm used to. And that's the loud noise that I was telling you about. So let's see if I could find the little baby. I'll start in the middle. And don't be scared to like apply a little pressure. Nothing with like pain and discomfort, but a little pressure is fine. So let's see. See if I can get a better read in that. Now, because I'm bigger, he's so active that sometimes it's really hard. And there it is, kind of. I just slowly move it over just to see, because I can vaguely hear it, but I really want to get a clear one to show you what it looks like. And there he is. The number will continue to rise until it gets steady, and then it'll stop. So I'm 22 weeks, so it should be around 150, but you see the number is kind of all over the place, maybe because I'm talking, but yeah, and I'm moving it. So let's see, and that's why I really don't recommend this, because it's hard to get anything accurate. But you could clearly hear a strong heartbeat. It's at 160 right now. And 160, 155, that's where we want him to be. So he's doing just fine. And I think it's because I'm talking that the number is all over the place. I never talk like this. But that's pretty much how it works. Like you can hear the heartbeat, and I could go back and forth to it. Sometimes it'll sound like horses galloping. That's what the doctor will tell you. I'm trying to get the... There you go. Sounds like horses galloping. Yeah, this is the perfect one. So 156, and it is going up and down just because I'm talking and I'm moving as I'm doing this, and he's moving too, which makes it a little bit harder now, but you get the gist. That's how you see it. Alright, so now I have showed you guys how you use the baby Doppler, or how I use the baby Doppler, and it just goes to show that these things are not that dependable. It was fun to hear the heartbeat, but when you saw the numbers going up and down, that could mean a variety of things. Now that I'm bigger, or now that I'm growing, he's growing, I thought it would be easier to actually get a reading, but it's kind of hard now because he's moving all over the place. So one minute I'll have a reading, and the next minute I won't. And for some people, that just adds on to the anxiety, because you're wondering if this is broken, if it's something wrong with your baby, and it doesn't necessarily mean that. It's just you have an active baby, and this is not medically proven. It's not any kind of medical device. It is literally what the box says. Fun to use. So I hope that this video helped at least one person if you were thinking about getting the baby Doppler. If you are in the right mindset and you know this is just something fun to use, just a nice little way that you could hear your baby heartbeat, then that's cool. But I wouldn't recommend this if you think this is gonna help with your anxiety, help with your stress, because it just might do the opposite, and for that, it's not worth the risk. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Sharkita. I really appreciate you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Please like, subscribe, share, and follow me on Instagram, where you could really get to know me personally and see my personal pictures. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.